So Bitcoin is on support right now. My RSI is oversold. All the RSIs on the altcoins are oversold on the daily as well. For me as a TA guy, my alarms are going off. It's time to buy, it's time to deploy, and it's time to put your stop losses and to put your take profit points in point. The same way we've done it previously in the last 2-3 weeks where we did really, really well. We're at that stage again where everything is screaming for me now. Buy these specific coins. The ones that have already bounced have bounced, but I have a list of tokens I'm going to be going through today on the ones that are in the buy zone right now. I'm buying, I'm putting a stop loss in, and I'm putting my take profits in, and then shutting off the computer. We knew it was going to be a day or two of slowdown, which we are starting to get. I spoke about it yesterday. Markets need to woosa after the little pullback. RSIs are reset, and we have still held support. So for me, it's a deploy time. The dominance has finally got where it needed to get. And for me, I'm still seeing a massive leg down on the dominance as well as the USDT dominance. Also at resistance now, showing me a lot of USDT is going to enter back in the market, getting out of dollars and back into the altcoins. No more wasting time. It is time to snipe those coins.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper. Enter the sniper.
Yo, Banter fam, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you are brand new, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Sheldon_Sniper. Make sure you're following Kyle on Twitter. I think it is below in the description. What is your Twitter handle?
Oh, you have to put it in, otherwise.
Okay, put it in. As Kyle's going to be helping me a lot with TA in the next coming months. Make sure you're on our website. Make sure you're as well on all our social medias. Make sure on the Telegram channel. We also have a snipers group where we're giving all the charts there every day. Make sure you're using the tool as it is all free for you guys. So let's jump in. Let's turn music down. We have a weekend. I'm quite tired, guys. We did a late stream last night. I'm tired. Market's boring. So when the markets are boring like this, I'm setting some orders. I got 1 or 2 limit orders, a little bit lower because, you know, end of the day, where's Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin's on support. We do know, though, that the main support, the lower band of the support. So end of the day, where are we? We're in the support area. Now, the area is going to have a top and it's going to have the bottom. And for me, the support area for Bitcoin is 42,000 to the 44,000. That's my support for Bitcoin. That's the area we've been waiting for. And now we are starting to hover above those zones. So I'm never surprised if Bitcoin goes and touches 42, and I'm always prepped for that. Remember, I spoke about yesterday, setting 1 or 2 limit orders, slightly lower than where we went in the last few days with Bitcoin, because that is still a major support. It's this little area over here. But I do know now that we are getting to the phase now where the bears are starting to get exhausted at this point, and we're going to see how the bulls are going to respond. So remember, it's always going to be a fight between the bulls and the bears. Very simple. Right now, the bulls did this. Then the bears responded, and they did this. And then we're going to have the bulls response after this again, and then it's important. Higher high, break of trend. We know the bulls are taking control. We're finally going to break 48,000, and we're going to the 50K zone. If not, worst scenario, Bitcoin goes back up to 46. It makes a lower high. For us then, take profits, and we'll catch it again at the bottom band again. And it's simple, but I cannot ignore anymore that we are in a ranging market. Now, a ranging market is a big range market. You've got Bitcoin that is moving up 15, 20% to the upward side, and it's moving down 10, 15%. Now, what is that for altcoins? You know, very simple. The market is moving up 43% on ETH at the moment, and the pullbacks was 12%. So the range is there. So for me to make money and to say I can't make money in this market is stupid, because there's money to be made. The altcoins, it's like, you know, stretching right now, and we have a way bigger range. which means I am deploying on supports. And if we don't get where we need to get after that, I am taking profits. Very simple. But I've made my 20, 30, 40%. And ideally, consistency throughout this year is going to make you a lot of money by always looking at both sides on what can happen and what we're looking at. Right now, I don't have any major catalyst that can drop the market. And we don't have a major catalyst that's pumping the market right now. So the market, that's why it's sort of sitting flat right now. And it's actually sitting in a natural sort of way. And when it sits naturally, it's easy for me because I have a rule system and I have a structure system on when I buy, when I deploy, and when I take profits. And it's very simple from that region. So what I'm looking at from Bitcoin is now we are still on support. Let's get the chart up here. And like I was saying, 42 is my low and 44. This is my deploy area. This is where I'm loading up the portfolio, stocking up, and I'm starting to prep that where are my danger zones? Where do I want to buy? Where's my danger zones? And where is my next area after this if I get the correct buys? You know, what am I looking at next and what am I prepping at next? And it's simple. Let me paint you the picture for Bitcoin quickly. 42,000 to 44,000 is my range. There's my previous low, which is 40,000. So anywhere above 40,000 in this region for me is still valid in the uptrend. There's no lower low in play. There's no weakness at the sort of point of view. So that is my alarm bell sell sort of area for me. And that's my stop loss area. Very simple. Under the range because it's simple. Even if this does price through here, it will come up here and we'll have a further leg down. That's how it works. So that's how I sort of know where to put my stop losses is we should be making no lower lows here on the daily. So I'm buying on interest of support. I'm having a stop loss under the previous low. Very simple. And from here, what am I looking at next from Bitcoin is if you jump onto the 12-hour, you could see how Bitcoin was making this upwards trend here. So that gives me the area of where it makes sense, where Bitcoin will go to next. We bounce in this area. It shows me how Bitcoin will make its way to the region back to 46,000. Now, if this RSI makes its way to the top and we get to this oversold area and we do not break the higher high, simple for me, bank some profits on some altcoins, we'll catch it again at this zone. And then we'll have a reset of the RSI. Do we make the higher low? Do we hold the zones? The RSI at the bottom and price is hovering here. I buy back in, I continue the journey, and it becomes quite simple, guys. Traded with this sort of system. So there's me prepping for the worst. This is where I'm buying in a spot which is showing me the perfect buy area. And from here, I'm looking at Bitcoin make its way to this region. Now, is this maybe a prolonged sort of bull flag where we basically hover like this for a little while and then we only get the breakouts? We'll see as we go. But right now, there's no better entry for me than in this zone that where we're sitting at now. We got fear back in the fear and greed index. And we're going to have a look again. If we look at the market cycle and where we're looking at emotionally, we're in disbelief. Because if we go and paint the picture again, that these were all the zones where we had panic, we had all the different regions. Then we had the, I wouldn't say capitulation, but you know, we had that very quickness and a quick buy in this area, a lot of interest. Then we had the anger zone. Remember when everyone was very angry and everyone was very salty at that time. And then we started rallying back up. And finally, then we started to reclaim higher highs. And this is the disbelief phase. You know, everything goes through a disbelief phase. What's the disbelief phase? It's this phase right over here when everything has just hit the market so hard. Everyone's exhausted. Everyone's tired. Then all of a sudden it goes up, finally breaks structure. Everyone's in disbelief phase. And what happens after that? We start the whole market cycle again, where people start to FOMO in. And then we get to the tops. And then we actually have, you know, this is when the whole world is buying. Everyone was buying Bitcoin at 69K. No one wants to buy Bitcoin at 40K. You know, that's the mindset where the world is setting at the moment. And we're going to repeat that many times in the future. So for me, we're at the right stage. I'm happy and I'm starting to deploy. Now, let's quickly go through dominance. This is why, you know, there we go. So for me, dominance went up and now it's showing complete Bitcoin dominance. Now it's showing weakness again. So what does that mean? Altcoin strength. The altcoins are still strong, guys. In a market, you know, this is when you know you should worry. When the market is just going to Bitcoin all the time, whenever Bitcoin is pulling back. Right now, they don't really care about Bitcoin. And we can see that between the alts. And we can see that between ETH. Does ETH care right now? Yeah, ETH is raging right now and it's showing a lot of strength to Bitcoin at this point. So for me, that's still a really good indicator, as well as the USDT dominance. It's hit my zone. You see how it's starting to come back down now. You can see how my RSIs are overbought over here. And this is just proving to me again that dollars will be exiting and going back into the coins. And where they're going to go, in my opinion, and what I'm seeing clearly on the charts, is into the altcoins. So now, what has happened? We sold some tops. We got at the 200-day moving average. We started getting out, started getting some weakness. RSIs were at the top. Guys, is it not nice to have an indicator that just tells you where the market's at? Like if we look here, the market told you it was overheated. Like, you know what I mean? It told you a pullback was coming. We knew it. And then before, now where the market's telling you that the bulls are going to reply. It's telling you, like every time it tells you, the bulls are going to reply. The market is overheated. You know, we can literally paint this out many, many, many times on where you can see this. Like it's there in front of your eyes. Every time this is at the top, we pull back. Every time it's at the bottom, we go up. You know what I mean? And all matters on where we are after that, and higher highs, higher lows, all these little things. So what altcoins am I looking at? We had Cardano bounce quite well. We had AVAX bounce quite well. I gave you guys limit orders. If you got them, beautiful buys. Those are great. I do want to help you guys with the stop loss strategy today. So buy your tokens. You know, and the buys that you have gotten, I know a lot of guys have bought and they got great buys and they're in profits now. I'm just going to teach you how to put stop losses as well, because then you can relax for the weekend. You can breathe. Sometimes you can't rush the markets. Like we're trying to sit here and shake the markets go up. And that's one of the worst mistakes, because it makes you like too eager. You're too in and out. You got your buys and there's more buys for you right now, and put your damn stop loss and go relax. Go calm down, like go relax, because when the market rages again, you got to have some energy. Otherwise, you're going to be exhausted by the time the money season comes again and you're making money again. Don't get that mistaken. So for me, these are the ones that are on. I'm not changing too much more altcoins, guys. We're going through so much on a weekly basis. These are the ones I'm sticking with. These are the ones I'm happy with at the zone. We will increase the amount of tokens and stuff on the weeks going forward. But right now, Bitcoin's on support right now. I'm not putting anyone under risk. I'm not adding tons of tokens and trying to go crazy degen and stuff until we know where we're at. And for me, Tezos is the buy. Now, for me, the zone, we're in the zone, the buy zone, if I could call it, and the area of where the market is now, where we are oversold completely. And I don't care if it takes another day here. I don't care if it takes another few hours here. But for me, this is the zone where you want to load up. That's the support, it's the drop, and I have a stop loss under the previous low. Now, for me, it's simple. There's the previous low. Stop loss under that zone. So for me, the bottom range is between 3, because people are saying we can still go a little bit lower. Yes, we can. We can go another 5% lower. But for me, I'm going for the 30% gains. That's what I'm going for as the next trade. So what I do here is we are still in buy zone. So I'll be deploying cash in the zone right now. And then I'll be setting one more limit order in case we test the bottom range. But whatever I've bought, you know, if you don't have time, I'll be loading up here and I'll be putting my stop loss in play. This is where the market has to bounce. There's no other if the market's going to rage and the altcoins are going to rage through April as what we think, this is where it has to go. I know Nia ripped today. We're going to go through that. We got that beautifully. I know Kyle did it yesterday. Fantastic entry. And I gave you guys one last week as well, and it did really well. But this is where the market has to bounce and it has to rage. So never be afraid. Buy, put stop loss, go relax, go watch a movie. Are you guys addicted? I want to know who's addicted. Are you guys addicted? Because I've been addicted for a long time now, and like you'll see over time, like you actually stop getting addicted, because I feel like a lot of people are getting like addicted. Who wakes up first thing in the morning and watches Bitcoin price is the first thing you look at? Please say yes. Say yes in the chat box there. If the first thing you do in the morning is look at the Bitcoin price, I just want to know. I'm addicted. Dude, we've got a bunch of addicts here.
Yeah, they are. We're going to open a new
Okay, guys. You can be an addict. Be an addict, okay? But be an addict when the market's doing this. When it's here, don't be an addict, please. Buy, stop loss, and go watch a movie. Come back. We come back when market's moving. That's when I want the excitement. So don't get addicted. Please take some time this weekend. Spend time with the friends and family. But get your buys. Don't not get into the market.
Which movie?
What movie?
No Bitcoin movies.
No Bitcoin movies. Yeah. No crypto movies.
Disney movies.
Yeah, Disney movies. Yeah. So just have fun, guys. Relax. Okay. So Tezos for me, bottom range is 3.2, top range is 3.4. Anywhere at that range, I'm not interested. Anywhere in that range, I'm buying. I got a stop loss that's just under 3.16. So more or less, yeah, between the 3.1 in that region is where I'm putting my stop loss. And where I'm looking at next is I'm looking at the next move for Tezos to take us to the region of 4.5 to the $5.5 region. So I'll put my take profits. So you go on Binance or you go onto one of your exchanges, you go to your OCO order where you can set a stop loss and TPs. So you buy your token now, you then put your stop loss and you go put 2 take profits in. Put one in the region of $4 and put the other one at 4.5 and go sleep on this one. Okay, next one. Let's jump on. Dot for me, okay, it's not perfect yet. So this one, I'll set limit orders. I'd set a limit order. I think it can come a tiny little bit lower. So I think basically 19.5 is my sweet spot. That's where I want to load up. But basically my bottom range, and this is for you guys to keep track of over the weekend, because remember, if you set a limit order, it doesn't set a stop loss for you. So just make sure if you're going to set limit orders, just put an alarm on your trading view so that it just alerts you. So you're not hogging and watching your screen the whole day, but you get an alert that your order's gone through, just so you can go put a stop loss. Then once you've put a stop loss, then you can go sleep and you can go relax. So my range for DOT is basically the 18.8 to the 19.7. In that range, I'm buying. I'm putting my stop loss just under $18. And where I'm looking at DOT on the next move is $24 will be my first TP and $27 will be my second TP. Then you shut off. Next one, Chainlink. Here's what you have for me now. We're in the zone now. I'll be buying some now, and anywhere in the regions of $15 to 15.8, I will buy. I'll put a stop loss just under 14.7. That's under this previous low. Let's go a little bit down. So basically 14.5, just under that zone, I'll put a stop loss because that's back in trend. My RSIs are over sold, and you can see how we are making the higher low. Things are looking strong, great. And where I'm looking at next is I'm looking at 19.5 as my TP1, and TP2, I'll be looking at around $22. Buy, stop loss, put your TPs. I don't want to hear anyone, if it goes down to the low, that you did not put a stop loss. Put your damn stop losses. I'm going to hound you guys. Okay, Theta, still my bullish call, my most bullish call. This is still my most bullish token. I think it's going to rip. I think it's going to do face melting things. I think it's going to really, really do big things. Theta for me, the range is between 3.15 and 3.48. That's my zone. I'm buying. I got a stop loss that's under $3, which is under my momentum line trend. And where I'm looking at Theta next is 5.1. These are shorter term targets. We'll adjust them as we got the entry and we know that that was the bottom. And the next target is 6.9. So that's big, 100%. That's a big one. We then have MATIC. MATIC for me is sweet spot. Beautiful momentum test right now. We have secured the first higher high that it's had in a long time. And for me, buy zone, 1.44, 1.53. I'm buying. I'm putting my damn stop loss, which is basically under this low, which is basically under 1.41. Stop loss in play. Where is MATIC going next? I got a TP that's at 1.9, and I got another TP that's at $2.10. So for me, gain-wise, you can see what I'm looking at more or less on the next move, between a 30 to a 50% move within each altcoin. That's what I'm looking at. Only buying the zones, stop loss, TPs. There we go. Arweave. I spoke about it yesterday. It's still in there for you. Between $32, $34.6. I'm buying. I got a stop loss under $31. Arweave's next target is $53 to the $60 region. That's where my TPs are set. Super. The reason why I'm going through these again is because they are in the entry zones. The others have moved. So where I'm looking at now with Super is 68 cents to 74 cents. I'm buying. Stop loss under 65 cents. My next TP is at $1.20. And after that is $1.45. Big gains. Big, big, big mover for me. Atom, Cosmos. You don't want to miss it. Good, great fundamental project. Entries are sweet. We're just outside of breaker trend now, which is basically between $26 to $27.5 is my band where I'm buying. Stop loss under 25.5. Put your stop loss in. My next TP is $35, and after that is $37. Set it in. TPs, buy entry, and then. Now, the last thing I want you to do before I go into the next one is take these tokens and remember to just range them, please. Do this for me. Do we have it? Categorize them so you know what percentage you are running. Please, please, please. Just so that you know what percentage of your portfolio should be in. Now, high risk, VTHO, one of my big ones. They move crazy in a bull market. A lot of gains on this short-term view. So for me here, okay, these numbers are 0.004 to 0.0045 as my entry, and 0.038 is just under that zone is my stop loss area. This one's big. The next TP I'm looking at 0.009, so that's 100% from where we are. And the next one is basically 150% from where we are as now. Set your TPs in play. Now people are asking me about Luna. Now Luna, nothing's happening with Luna. What's wrong with Luna? Did very well. It broke through. It needed to calm down, and now it's coming to test momentum line. So I'll be trying, if anyone wants to buy more Luna, I'll be buying more between $94 to $99, and I'll be putting a stop loss under 87. Even if you do have buys that you've been buying along the time at $50, $60, I'll be putting a stop loss just in case, because you've made lots of gains on Luna, and the only problem with Luna is it's doing very well, but the downside is bigger than the upside. You know, that's the sad truth of it, just because it's done so well. So you got more risk to the downside to the upward side. So I'll be buying in the zone. I will be putting a stop loss. And if I did get earlier buys, I will be still putting a stop loss. I am still looking at the next target of 140. So I'll buy between 93 to the 99 region. I'll put a stop loss under 87, and I'll set my TPs between 128 and 142 for Luna. So that's good. Neo Protocol. Nice call yesterday, brother. So this is where we got the buys. So there's no buy for Neo right now. I'll take a little bit of profits towards the top here now. It usually gets a little bit of rejection. This can easily pull some sort of cup and handle, which we've seen many times before. So I'll take a little bit of profits in this region, and whatever I have remaining, I'll be putting a stop loss above your entry, so that you're risk-free now and let the baby run as it's running. And that's it for now, guys. So anyone that's in Solana, so Solana's still got it still has the buy zone, which is between basically 106 to 114. I don't think you want to miss Solana. I think the next rip, it's going to kill. Like, look at this wave, guys. Like, Solana's strong right now. It's very strong. And I think the next wave is going to be really, really big, especially in the medium risk size of your portfolio. I'd only be buying between 106 to 114. And now, if you want to set stop losses, guys, I suggest you set stop losses. If it's money that you need, doesn't matter. You know, there's many tokens here we've gone through. But I suggest you put stop losses on some of these tokens. You just want to know where do you put it, because don't put it in a steady place that you get stopped out. You get stopped out, you know, then what? You know, then it's hard to get back in. So put them in realistic places. So you want to put them under the main trend that you've been running, but you want to basically put them under the previous low. Jump to your 12-hour. Don't go less than 12-hour, 4-hour, because you just want to know a high time frame. But for me, a stop loss, you know, $100 in that region for Solana is my stop loss. That's my zone. That's where I know we've completely broken trend now. We're showing weakness now. And I know it's a great decision because it will do something like this. On the next leg down, I'll get it cheaper. So on that, definitely, I know AVAX had quite a bounce as well. Let's see if I can go through AVAX quickly. You can have a look at AVAX. Great bounce. Same thing here. There's my low. I don't want to really go much lower than that region over there. So $75 is basically my AVAX sort of stop loss, but I am buying anywhere between $79 and $85. So guys, just go look where these lows are. You know, you got VET, there's my worry interest. So I'll be buying anywhere here. I'll be having a stop loss under trend. You know, look at Rune, Thorchain, there's my low. You know what I mean? So I'll be buying anywhere here. I'll be putting a stop loss. Just go through your tokens and make sure. Same as Fantom. I don't think you want to miss the 1.15 to the 130 region for Fantom buys. And your stop loss is under that main previous low. On support trend now. And go through your list of tokens. Make sure they are all prepped. Make sure they are all categorized. Make sure they all have, especially the money you need. If it's long-term views, if you have here's a quick way to answer all of your questions. People want to know, what about my investment tokens? I've given you zones on where I see these tokens going next, right? If you have a better entry than that, don't worry about it. If you don't have a better entry than that, put a damn stop loss and get a better entry for your investment tokens. Very simple. You need the money, make sure there's stop losses on every single token of the money that you need. we are buying. I'm buying here. I'm never afraid of buying here. It's looking perfect for me. The market's looking great right now. It's looking in the perfect area. You need the money, put stop losses, put your take profits in points. Done. Should I hold it as an investment? Is it a good investment entry? Do you have a better entry than what those zones I just gave you now? If you do, perfect. Hold it strong. If you don't, put a damn stop loss just in case so we can get you a better entry. So guys, quicker show today. Those are the only ones I have right now that are in zone right now. The rest have bounced. We will find again on Monday. Take some time off this weekend. Buy, stop loss, TPs, and go watch a damn movie. I love you lots, Banter fam. I'll see you all on Monday. Is everyone, are we off here yet? Can you take this disclaimer down quickly?
Cool, 1 second.
Guys, do not forget, I'll be giving away 3 CoinPanel subscribers on one year free on CoinPanel. Guys, look at this. All those buyers I was talking about. You know, I only managed to give you guys a few tokens. Yeah, we have a whole list of all of them. You find them under the trading watch list. You find them under the investment watch list with your entry, with your stop losses and your TPs. You do not want to miss the CoinPanel. I promise you, it's going to help you, and it's the tool that we can communicate with you guys. Have a great weekend.